All right. So this message is for all my daughters out there. Now look it. I wanted to reach out to you guys because I wanted to address something that's in the media and social media a lot right now. And you know me, I always want to tell you guys stuff and educate you guys and keep you guys straight. Situation is this whole Ukraine thing. Let me tell you about this Ukraine thing, daughters. First of all, the most important thing is it's none of our business. We shouldn't be involved in that damn thing. It's not a threat to democracy. It has nothing to do with us. It's not a fight against communism or an axis of evil. Ukraine, believe it or not, used to be part of the Soviet Union. It was a state of the Soviet Union. And the only reason why it annexed from the Soviet Union is because the Soviet Union broke apart. And when they broke apart, there were certain countries they could not sustain. That was one of them. And so what that means is basically even what Russia's doing technically is not illegal. They're just going after something that used to belong to them and kind of still does. So it's stupid of us to get involved in a civil matter because that's exactly what it is. It's a civil matter. It was identical to the time when we were trying to take over Texas. And can you imagine other countries trying to get involved? We'd be like, what the hell's your problem? It had nothing to do with you. That's between the United States, Mexico, and Texas to who's going to get that land. And Texas wanted to be in its own country. Well, in the end, they ended up being part of the United States. If Ukraine was smart, Ukraine would not risk all its people. Obviously, this guy hasn't read Sun Tzu, The Art of War. Because you don't fight an opponent that can kick your ass in a weekend. And believe me, the reports that you're hearing about Russia are false. That he wasn't able, or that they're losing, or they're getting resisted. No. Putin is showing restraint. Trust me. He wants to take the country intact without killing a bunch of people. But believe me, if he goes nuts, he'll kill everybody in that country if they don't do what he wants. And the worst part is, maybe you guys didn't know this, but Google it. The prime minister or president or whatever it is of Ukraine, that guy's not a leader or a military leader or anything like that. You know what he is? He's a fucking comedian. That's what he used to do for a living. He was a stand-up comedian. That's the leader of their country who's over here ready to start shit or defend themselves against a country that just, is their landlord and wants their tenant back. That's basically what it is. And there's two other countries that belong to Russia, technically. Czechoslovakia and Kazakhstan. And Google this one. Kazakhstan is actually in support of Russia taking over Ukraine. So don't believe the bullshit, daughters. And, don't buy into the hype. We're the biggest country in the world. We're the biggest kid on the block. Do we really want to fight the second biggest kid on the block? It'll cost a lot of American lives and a lot of American money. We need to be focused on our problems here, like hyperinflation, homelessness, VA hospitals, medical, all the problems that we got here, and the highest unemployment rate in the history of this country. That's what we need to worry about, not Ukraine.